Let's turn our attention to the main story, a main headline that we're following out of the Houston, Texas area as they're dealing with some major flooding as roadways were covered with water. I do want to put up this tweet right now from the National Weather Service talking about isolated storms there expected today, but the main focus to arrive tonight into Sunday, another round of heavy rainfall as well. I'm joined right now by our Fox 26 team, Jade, Flury there on the ground in the Harris County, Houston area. Jade, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. Can you kind of give me a sense of how much rain, how much flooding is there in that area?
So there has been a whole bunch of rain for the past couple of days. There hasn't been any today, but obviously, as you guys can see here behind me, the flooding is ongoing, and the flooding is coming from the west and east fork of the San Jacinto River. That's where all that water is coming from, and the water levels have peaked. They have crested, but we're still in a major flood zone, and with the possibility of more rain headed our way, these water levels could increase, but it all depends on how much rain actually comes down in the next few days.
Getting worse and worse with every flood.
Residents along the west fork of the San Jacinto River are continuing to face rising floodwaters.
Unfortunately, what we saw is basically what we predicted, which was a lot of flooding.
Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo says so far rescue crews have saved at least 178 people and 122 pets from the floodwaters.
Please, I know that folks want to go and check on their homes, but this is just not the time right now.
Humble business owner Roger Miller arrived at his store Saturday morning to a devastating sight. Floodwaters partially submerging his building.
In my shop over on the White Sands, it's probably 4.5, 5 foot deep.
As more rain heads in, Hidalgo says totals between 2 and 6 inches may be manageable. However, anything exceeding that amount could lead to even worse flooding.
But if the rain slows down, if the weather pattern slows down, it keeps forming over and over again, kind of like what has been happening, then we'll be in trouble.
It's very disheartening just to watch people lose everything time and time again.
Now, our county judge says that we are currently at a level 1 readiness, and that's in case anything happens. They are considering moving us to a level 3 readiness. That's tomorrow afternoon, but it all depends on how much rainfall we get overnight and into tomorrow. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you so much. And it's kind of a stark difference. I can see a mailbox in the background of your shot just to give you a sense of how high the floodwater is. I do have to ask you about the potential forecast upcoming because it kind of looks sunny right now where you're at. Are they worried that maybe sometimes this will lull people into a false sense of security knowing that there's more rain coming tonight?
Yeah, so we've heard that we could get anywhere from 2 to possibly 8 inches, kind of like the county judge says. If we get 2 to 6, we should be okay. But again, if we get anything more than that, it could lead to more flooding. And I know you mentioned that mailbox right there behind us. Earlier today, we were actually not able to see the mailbox. So if that kind of tells you how much the water has receded for now, we can start to see the top of it. And obviously, you know, all of these homeowners on this street hope that the water recedes all the way back down to the San Jacinto River. But again, we cannot predict the severity of the rainfall that's coming our way. So obviously, you know, we hope that it can clear up as soon as possible.
All right, that is good to see as the crest kind of coming down as well. All right, Jade, thank you again for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. I appreciate your time.